Happy Thirsty Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Jam Happy Hour. Super excited for everyone to be tuned in for today's show because I am joined virtually today by a very lovely individual with a very lovely singing voice, and her name is Mae Estes. Let's give it up.
Hey, hey.
How you doing on this fine Thirsty Thursday?
I'm pretty thirsty. How are you?
I am thirsty as well.
Wow.
Luckily, I have some wine poured up.
You know what? Oh my gosh. I think I have some too.
What? That's crazy.
Time
Great
to pour
minds.
a glass.
Yes, please. And for everyone tuned in, if you have some wine at home, or I guess if you're watching from the office or from, I don't know, an airport, wherever you are, get yourself a glass of wine and just sit back and relax because we've got an hour of jams with Mae Estes. So I was thinking we could chat in a little bit, but if we want to just go right into the first song and then
Yeah, for
take
sure.
it away from there. Cool.
It's what I'm best at. Or it's the best I got to offer anyways. I'll say that. I'm going to play a new one for you. It's called Whiskey and Cowboys, and it kind of speaks for itself. Pour me a glass of a damn good time. Spin me round a dance floor all night. I love me a tall, dark, and handsome sip 100 proof. Now, I won't lie, this ain't my first rodeo. I know when to turn 'em down, when to take 'em home. And I know just what I'm two-stepping into. Whiskey and cowboys, they don't hang around for long. That buzz alone will burn you. They're smooth until they're gone. Yeah, I've learned the hard way. Jack Daniels and John Wayne's are better when you're shooting them straight, so I don't chase whiskey and cowboys. So I'll dive on in, but I'll stay in the shallow. I'll let you lead, but I ain't gonna follow. If you up and decide to ride off into the blue, I know a thing or two about whiskey and cowboys. They don't hang around for long. That buzz alone will burn you. They're smooth until they're gone. Yeah, I've learned the hard way. Jack Daniels and John Wayne's are better when you're shooting them straight, so I don't chase whiskey and cowboys. Right or wrong, I like 'em strong. Whiskey and cowboys, they don't hang around for long. That buzz alone will burn you. They're smooth until they're gone. And I've learned the hard way. Jack Daniels and John Wayne's are better when you're shooting them straight, so I don't chase whiskey and cowboys. No, I don't chase whiskey and cowboys.
Woo!
Yeah.
Give it
Thank
up for
you so
Mae
much.
Estes, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, girl.
So I think you had posted that on your socials on TikTok and Facebook specifically beginning of last month, I
Yeah.
think. So tell me about Facebook and TikTok specifically. You have this thing that you do the May Monday posts.
Yes. So I had to dive into TikTok in the middle of quarantine, like a lot of people did. I was avoiding it like the plague for sure. Actually, it's not funny to joke about the plague anymore when we have a pandemic. Yeah, so I was just looking for somewhere to put all that creative energy that I usually was running around town getting rid of on a stage, and TikTok ended up being that outlet for me. And I've met so many incredible people and other musicians from all over the world, and it ended up being the craziest tool I ever could have imagined for my music. But I started something called Mayday Mondays, and every Monday for a year, I went live every Monday at 7 o'clock on TikTok and Facebook. I did Facebook because my mama is a little technically challenged, and so we had to get on Facebook because she could work that, and she liked to watch from Arkansas. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee now, so I'm a long way from my family, but it ended up being a really cool way to build a family virtually, and I ended up having to retire it every Monday because the world kind of opened back up, and I've been going crazy and working a ton, so I don't really have a lot of time to dedicate to it anymore, but I hope to start picking it up maybe once a month instead of every Monday because it was super special to me.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be cool too, because I know next month for like the birthday week of yours, you're going to be back in your hometown, which will be cool.
Am. Yes.
But I mean, like if you take any footage that you have from like a weekend, like that weekend show, it's what, Saturday the 20th of November?
20th, yeah.
Awesome. You could like on Monday, you could like revisit some of the cool footage of, you know, the crowd or like whatever took place over the weekend. And
For sure.
I don't know. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's going to be a special show. So I'm headlining for the first time ever. Excuse me while I open this wine. Headlining for the first time ever in my hometown of Hope, Arkansas at a beautiful theater there called Hempstead Hall. So it's kind of nerve-wracking to have my first big ticket sales show and see who shows up that's not just accidentally there eating or drinking at a bar because it's just a venue. But also so special because all my family will be in the crowd, and that just changes everything.
That's so cool. And have you gotten the chance to like see your family over the course of this past however long it's been, like 20 marches now, basically?
Right. Well, not as much as I'd love to. They're like 450 miles away from me, so not too bad. I can drive in a day, and there's no airports anywhere near Southwest Arkansas, so it's easier to drive. So I make some trips down every time I can, but it's definitely really hard to be away from them. That's been my number one struggle in Nashville, chasing a dream, is that I can't take them with me everywhere that I go, and I'm just really thankful for FaceTime and phones in general, and even Facebook and things like that, where you just those end up working a little different for me because I'm sharing pictures that I know I want my mama to see and my mom to see, and it's kind of just it's become a central place for me to keep up with everyone's lives and them to keep up with mine. So
Yeah.
we do the best we can.
And something else really cool related to Arkansas happened to you recently. You had some special things take place at the ACMAs, it sounds like.
Yes, so I won my very first award of any kind as an artist, and Arkansas does an Arkansas Country Music Awards. They've been doing for a few years, and this was my first time to be nominated. And I had a song called Recycled get nominated for Song of the Year, and then I was nominated for Female Vocalist of the Year, and I won.
Yay!
So it was definitely a dream come true, and it felt really special because clearly on my list of goals, I want to win CMAs and ACMs and Grammys and all the things. I've got big dreams, but this was an incredible first win for me, right where it all got started in Arkansas. So I'm super grateful to have been included at all, much less win.
Well, congratulations. That's such an awesome achievement for you. And I mean, I think that it's so true. Like if you work hard and you just keep that positive mentality, and like I love doing dream boards. I feel like when you put stuff out there into the universe and you know, not just shoot for the stars, but you work at it and you do the very best you can, and you just keep that positive mindset. I think anything's possible, really. So
I definitely agree. And that is, I mean, half of the battle is showing up
yeah.
every day. So if you can get to a mental spot there where you can at least show up and give it all you got every day, you're ahead of the game for sure.
absolutely. Now, one more thing before I was thinking we could get into like 2 songs back to back next. But one of the lyrics from that first song you just did, so Whiskey and Cowboys, you were talking about how this ain't your first rodeo. And so we were talking earlier about your like 7-year-old rodeo experience.
Yeah.
So it goes way back. Like your singing took place when you were that age at a rodeo. You did what, the national anthem?
Yeah, so we've rodeoed since we were big enough to sit up on horses. My dad was a team roper and just grew up around rodeo, and we did a lot of 4-H play days and FFA and all that jazz. And my mom ran the box, so she like did the announcements and ran the books for 4-H, and they always played a clip of Leanne Rhymes singing the national anthem. And I told her one day that it was my dream to sing the national. I'm a little bit dramatic. You'll know that by the end of this, but I'm a little dramatic. I told her my biggest dream ever was to sing the national anthem at a rodeo, and that I could sing it better than Leanne Rhymes. That she didn't need to play that tape. So my mama called me out and handed me a microphone and sent me to the middle of the arena, and I sang it, and it was absolutely tragic. And she still got it on video today, and then hopefully I got a little bit better and kind of became the national anthem girl around the Arklatex is what we call Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas down there.
Oh, okay.
Where the 3 states kind of meet is where I grew up. That's my hometown. And so, yeah, Mom made my first big dream come true that day, and I stuck with it. So the national anthem will always be terrifying and special to me.
Yes. Well, shout out to Mae's mom. What's your mom's name?
Her name is Darlene.
All right, Darlene. Shout out to you if you're watching on this fine Thirsty Thursday.
You know she is.
All right, my dear. So what do you say we do a couple songs back to back?
Yeah, let's do some.
Perfect.
While we're talking about hometowns, and I kind of touched on my little homesickness, which has been a big part of my 6-year journey in Nashville, is missing home like crazy, but knowing that Music City was where I need to be for country music. This was actually written during the pandemic, like when everything shut down, and when everything got quiet around me, all I could think about was wanting to be home and wanting to be with my family. And I know a lot of people went through a lot harder stuff during that time. So not trying to say this was the worst thing ever, but it's been a song that when I play it live, a lot of people come up to me after and say they really can relate to it. People of all ages from all over. So that's the best thing you could ask for as a songwriter is people relating that way. So it's kind of a downer, but I'm sure a lot of people can relate. It's called Town Left Me. Almost missed the turn to my mama's house, just looking around at all the things that have changed since I rolled out. That brand new coffee shop used to be a gravel lot. It was the home game hangout spot, and now it's not. And it's real clear to see with or without me. The sun will go up, sun will go down. They'll widen the road on 58 South, out with the old, breaking new ground, ripping my roots and my heart right out. Every time that I come back, it's further from what it used to be. I know I'm the one that left this town, but it feels more like this town left me. I just ran into Miss Robertson, my next door neighbor growing up. Well, she said hi back, but I'm not sure that she recognized who I was. How can a place such a part of me move right on without skipping a beat? Cover my handprint with fresh concrete, paving over my memory. The sun will go up, sun will go down. They'll widen the road on 58 South, out with the old, breaking new ground, ripping my roots and my heart right out. Every time that I come back, it's further from what it used to be. I know I'm the one that left this town, but it feels more like this town time marches on like that high school band. And that sun will go up, it'll come down, they'll widen the road on 58 South. Out with the old, they're breaking new ground and ripping my roots and my heart right out. Every time that I come back, it's further from what it used to be. I know I'm the one that left this town, but it feels more like this town left me. This town left me. This town left me. Yeah, that one's gonna be pretty tough to play back home in Arkansas. I'll have to just not make any eye contact with anybody. Can't believe they all just didn't sit there and cry this whole time I've been gone. So this next song kind of got a little controversy on TikTok, which was pretty fun. This lady named Judy commented on this song and said that I had a beautiful voice, but that she would never listen to any of my music because I wrote this song. And I'm a newlywed, so a very happily married newlywed. So keep that in mind when you think about the song that I just wrote for my sweet husband. Honey, turn off that TV. I've been waiting on the end of that game. Come sit at the table and I'll pour us a couple drinks. I got something that I gotta say. I'm just not sure how, but there's a few shades of gray we didn't cover when we said those vows. I've been thinking about cheating, though I don't have a reason to cross that line, and I just had to tell you, 'cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. I haven't met nobody, but lately there's been a few times a stranger has looked at me in a way I kinda liked. Now there ain't no motel keys or sneaking around, just temptation that's weighing me down. I've been thinking about cheating, though I don't have a reason to cross that line, and I just had to tell you, 'cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. Does it break your heart hearing every word? Do you wish that you would have brought it up first? If it makes you mad, give me your worst. Baby, tell me, does it even hurt knowing I've been thinking about cheating, though I don't have a reason to cross that line. I just had to tell you, 'cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. I ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. I ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. 'Cause it's something I never thought I'd do. Ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating. I ain't thinking about leaving, but I've been thinking about cheating.
Thank you.
Controversial.
Hey, you know what? Just because someone says a negative comment, they still watched the video. They still took time out of their day. And if they want to hate, you know what? Let them, because that was awesome.
Amen. Thank you. Yeah, all my favorites. I love traditional country music. It's kind of where I live, still listening to 70s and 80s country. There's a lot of cheating songs back then. So, yeah, I just kind of, that idea actually came from a conversation with my now husband where I was like, I'm not ever going to cheat on you. If I ever feel the need to cheat on you, I'm going to tell you, hey, I feel like there's something wrong here because I feel the need to cheat on you. So I got with my co-writers on that one and was like, what would that conversation sound like? And that's how we got that song.
I love that. I love the line where you were like, there were a few shades of gray we didn't cover during our vows.
That was not in our vows for sure. What do you do when somebody thinks about cheating? You kill them. You kill them. That's what you do. It's my plan for him anyways. He better not ever tell me that.
Are you a Scorpio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love, this is why we're getting along so well, because I'm a Virgo. We're both like very analytical,
Okay.
but in different ways. But I love Scorpios because like you would never lie. Like every friend of mine that's a Scorpio, you would never lie to someone. You're very blunt and like to the point.
Sometimes too much.
Yeah, that's how I am too. What's your hubby's zodiac sign?
I have no idea. December 6th is his birthday.
Okay, so he's a Sagittarius then.
Oh, is that a good match or not?
I think it is.
About to say, do Scorpios have good matches? I feel like
when there is a match,
our picks are slim, aren't they?
When Scorpios settle down, I would say it's like Sagittarius and Virgo, and then maybe Gemini. Maybe.
He's super chill. My husband is like complete opposite of me. Very chill, so patient, so calm, and I'm running 110 miles an hour all the time. So he's honestly just the best reminder to be like, hey, take a breath. Like, everything's good. You're chill. And I'm so, like, I guess controlling is, that sounds awful coming out of my mouth, but I'm,
you need things a certain way.
Yeah. I'm a control freak in that way.
Too.
So, and it's perfect for him because he's like, I don't care how this is done. And I'm like, cool, because I have a color-coded binder of how I want it done. So if you could just move out of the way and let me do it, that'd be awesome. And we really work so far. So that's awesome.
I love it. Now, are you like the type if you go on vacation where you have like an hour by hour, day by day itinerary?
So I think mentally, I'm not the kind that like writes it down, but we did go. I have been married a year in September. So we went on our honeymoon about a year ago, and we went to the Keys in Florida. And like I said, my husband just can sit on a chair for hours and just relax. And I don't think I even know how to relax, like in any capacity. I don't know what it looks like for me. But yeah, we sat there for probably 30 minutes, and I was like, so what's the plan? Like, what's the plan? And he's like, we don't have a plan. That's the whole point. So I picked up a book, and I read a book for the first time in years, and it ended up being really good for me. But, I mean, my brain cannot sit still for very long.
No, me either. Like, this sounds a lot like my relationship because he likes to just relax, which again, like you said, I don't know what that is, and like go to bed early, and I'm like, sleeping too much, like that's a waste of time. I have things I need to do.
And I'm a big advocate for it. Like, I try not to beat myself up too much because I also am sitting where I am with a lot of accomplishments behind me that I'm super proud of because of that drive. I've had to work several jobs at a time in Nashville, and where I literally had no time for sleep or rest or relaxation. So I think it's just kind of hard to live that life and then be able to turn the switch on and off. So I'm also thankful for a really good work ethic and that drive and energy to be able to live the kind of life I do. But it would be nice if I had a better handle on when to turn it off.
Have you ever looked at your birth chart? Like your full, because you know, like your sun sign, you have a sun sign, moon sign, rising, and then like all these other ones. But your sun sign is like the main one that everyone knows. So for you, Scorpio, for me, Virgo. But if you know the exact time, like the exact time that you were born, and then the town you were born, you can do this online, and it pulls up just all this very, very in-depth info that I found to be very accurate. It's just interesting to read.
I'm sure I would love that because even the Enneagram, like I don't know anything about anything technical, but I'm for sure an 8. I have no doubt about that just by looking at Instagrams of it even. I've self-diagnosed, which also makes me an 8 that I self-diagnose myself that fast.
Yeah.
But it's been really helpful to kind of learn more about yourself. Some of it doesn't add up for sure, but some of it's like, oh, wow, I think this is why I am that way. And just helps to learn about yourself. That can only, make you approach the world better if the better you know yourself, I feel like. So.
I feel like even for people that don't believe in that kind of stuff, or even if it isn't accurate, I fully believe in like astrology, and I think it always is pretty on par. But I think it's just good to kind of reflect, even if you don't fully agree with what you're reading, like to just kind of think about the context of what's in front of you and like how to approach life. I think anything like that really is just good to kind of take a step back and think about your approach to life and how you affect others and your day-to-day schedule or what have you. So.
For sure. I think we all would be, the world might be a little nicer if everyone was aware of the way they came off to everyone else.
Yeah. But luckily we have wine.
In a mason jar. Have you had a guest that brought their wine in a mason jar yet?
We've done some like big red Solo cups before, but I don't know about mason jar yet. So cheers.
I've copyrighted it.
You should do... Oh my God, I just had the best idea. For merch, you could do a mason jar collection. Jar.
Oh my gosh. I feel like there's so many cool things we'll eventually be able to do with Mae.
Well, I saw on your site people can become maniacs by subscribing to your newsletter.
My husband came up with that because he knows if you like anything I do, then you're crazy as hell, just like I am. So the maniacs. Yeah, I have an email thread that I'm really bad about keeping up to date, but I'm still an independent artist and do all of my own stuff. So if you get an email, it is directly from me. Awesome. And I stopped my crazy brain long enough to type it out and send it to you. But working on new music and my very first EP ever, working super hard on it. So if you want any updates on that and any shows I have coming up or cool YouTube content, anything like that, just sign up for my newsletter on my website and I will shoot you one, hopefully, at some point.
And follow her on the socials as well. I think we've got those linked and they'll magically appear down here in just a second. Oh, look at that.
Yes. Shoot me a message or comment on something if you saw me from this stream and I'll shoot you back.
And let us know if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube, wherever you're tuned in from Twitch. Let us know where you're watching. Like, are you in the U.S., outside of the U.S.? We'd love to see. Because I know Mae's gone to various places. Like, you've gone to Singapore, I think.
Yeah. I got to go overseas in 2019 with Armed Forces Entertainment. So it's my first trip out of the country and for the most incredible experience I've ever had. And I can't wait to go back because it's just, they feel like you're giving something up for them. And I think our military clearly has given the ultimate sacrifice. And I really believe in supporting them and just have the utmost respect for them. So combining what I love to do and feeling like I brought a piece of home to them overseas was magical. And it didn't suck getting to see part of the world I didn't even know existed from small town Arkansas. So it was just the most magical experience. And I'm so thankful to have been a part of that.
Yes, heck yeah. Well, Mae Estes, everybody. And before we get into some more music, if you're low on your wine supply, like I'm getting low right now, gotta go knock on the window. But
this is pretty good. So I will say, as my first song said, I'm a whiskey drinker. Like, I mean, I like anything that's free. That kind of makes it taste better to me. So any kind of liquor or beer or anything alcoholic that's free, just I'm down.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I haven't really dove into wine. I feel like it's a mature, classy thing that I just mentally feel like I'm not prepared for or something. I don't know.
Well, that's why our wines are awesome, because they're screw top and they're everyday drinking
screw top
wine.
Got me, I will say. I was like, yes, because I've been a server for years in Nashville and had to do like actual bottle service at tables, which is
So stressful.
Terrible. It sucks so bad.
Everyone's just watching the entire time you're opening the bottle.
Oh, and you never forget when you break your cork for the first time, or I mean,
gosh.
it's just then it's like I'll be back. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.
I'm gonna drink this in the back, but I'll bring a new bottle for you.
Yeah,
up here.
I'm gonna go cry in the bathroom. If you could give me like 10 minutes to go get my stuff together in the bathroom and have this panic attack, and then I'll be back. But this is actually really great. Maybe my taste. Maybe I'm a grown up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're adulting now.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Well, we'll have to have you come to Napa to our tasting room at some point, and we'll pour you through all of our easy to love wines. So.
I'll bring my mason jar.
Perfect. Love it. All right. What do you say we do another 2 songs back to back?
Sure.
Cool.
Let's see. Cool. So this is the first song that I got to release back in 2019. Was the first time I got to put out any music, and my dear friends and super talented friends Justin Klump and Josh Matheny produced it for me as a poor waitress in Nashville. So I will always be indebted to them for making a humongous dream of mine come true, which was having a song sent out to the whole world. And as you know, my brand is kind of bold. So my first song I ever put out was called Naked. And I performed on Today in Nashville, which is like the Today Show of Nashville. And they uploaded a video of me singing it and just said, Mae Estes Naked was the title. So I think I got a lot of like accidental good marketing out of the deal that I wasn't really expecting, and probably a lot of disappointed viewers when they just saw it was me fully clothed singing a country song. But this was about that moment. I was actually in the spot of a relationship with my husband, my now husband, because I've always just been kind of closed off and distant and independent and just so tunnel visioned on this dream of mine that I didn't think a partner had any room to fit into it. I would just run him over. And so I had to decide if I was really going to let this guy get to know me and let him in and see all the good, bad, and ugly and see if he wanted to stay or not. And that's a really scary spot to be in. And so this is called Naked. I could give you smoking mirrors, keep you coming back for more, let you see the part that's dressed up my best of, if that's what you're here for. But if you're in it for the real thing, you're gonna have to see the scars, all the bruises underneath, all the me that makes up this heart. If I let you strip me down to the bare bones, every part of me, nothing unknown. If it goes that far, baby, you can't fake it. If I let you see me naked, oh, naked. It's hard to let go of the armor, and I know I'm safer in disguise, but you feel like everything I've wanted, and honestly, I don't wanna hide. So baby, if I let you strip me down to the bare bones, every part of me, nothing unknown. If it goes that far, baby, you can't fake it. If I let you see me naked, oh, naked. Now I can't cover up these feelings for you. I've already been exposed. Every time we talk, you got me taking off more than my clothes. And if I let you strip me down to the bare bones, every part of me, nothing unknown. If it goes that far, baby, you can't fake it. If I let you see me naked, oh, naked. Let you see It's pretty crazy playing that song several years later, and we let all that go. Now he has seen all the good, bad, ugly, mostly ugly for sure. This next song I'll do kind of more on the hometown thing, which where I'm from is a huge part of me. Until I moved to Nashville, I had only ever seen Hope, Arkansas, and I went to college about 50 miles north of my hometown, so still got to come home all the time and see my family, and so my roots are pretty deep no matter how far away I end up from them. And I got together with my friends Josh Matheny, Autumn McIntyre, and Hannah Blaylock, and 3 of us are from Arkansas. We kind of got to talking about what felt like home to us and kind of put it all together in a song, and this is the song that was nominated for Song of the Year at the ACMAs. So it's pretty special. It's called Recycled, and it is out everywhere if you do want to go check it out after this. I always ask when I'm starting this song if anyone's ever opened their fridge to a Country Crock butter tub that didn't have butter in it. So comment and let me know if you know what I'm talking about.
She has a nice voice.
An old red Folgers coffee can keeps your money safe. That Country Crock tub keeps last night's supper saved. Broken in hand-me-down Levi's fit a whole lot better the second time. There ain't much round here that goes to waste. A little weathered, a little worn, don't mean it ain't as good as it was before. Don't toss it out, someone around here will find use in it. Let the life left in it live a little more. Pass it off, pass it down. All good things come back around. A bit of good advice or the family Bible, it all gets recycled. Well, sister set her wedding date for next spring, and she'll be wearing the dress that Mama wore in '83. Now she ain't asking for nothing new. Her something blue is borrowed too. She's just hoping to get her hands on Mama's recipes. A little weathered, a little worn, don't mean it ain't as good as it was before. Don't toss it out, someone around here will find use in it. Let the life left in it live a little more. Pass it off, pass it down. All good things come back around. A bit of good advice or the family Bible, it all gets recycled. It's how I grew up, it's what you do. Old's worth more than something new. A little weathered, a little worn, don't mean it ain't as good as it was before. Don't toss it out, someone around here will find use in it. Let the life left in it live a little more. Pass it off, pass it down. All good things come back around. Old guitars and cowboy boots, clip-on earring heirlooms. A bit of good advice or the family Bible, it all gets recycled. It's gotta get recycled.
Woo!
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Mae Estes, everybody. So we just heard a couple songs back to back first of all, thank you for tuning in to Jam Happy Hour on this fine Thirsty Thursday, wherever you're tuned in from. And, oh, yeah, make sure you have wine. Thank you for reminding me. Cheers, Mae.
Cheers. Thank you.
So the first of those two songs we just heard back to back, that was Naked. And then the one we just heard is Recycled, which I love the concept. Like, the concept that I took from that song kind of reminds me of my hometown, which is Napa. You know, you have like this small dating pool and like everyone knows everyone and what everyone's doing. And like everyone's parents know everyone's parents. And it's just like, and you end up dating someone like a friend
so
or
funny.
Like someone
that
else
was
you know's dated.
My original idea for the song was about people. It was like a small pool and like so people just get passed around because I think I'd found out at the time that I got the idea back early in college when I was still in Arkansas. One of my ex-boyfriends like started dating this girl that I'd known forever. And I was just like, you two have known each other forever. You just like look at each other different one day. Like, oh, I guess we're going to date now. It's, you know, it's time. I've been through everybody else. I was just like, what? So that's the idea I brought into that write that day. Excuse me. And they were like, we're not writing that. You can't say you pass people, you recycle people. Like, you can't say that. So I'm still going to write that song one day. I'm not discouraged. But I am happy that that one turned out as sweet and sentimental as it did.
Yes. And, okay, so for you, for that song in particular, like, did you already have, like, the hook or, like, that closing line in mind before the instrumentals came along, or was it vice versa?
Honestly, no. I brought in Recycled as a completely different hook about people being passed around, and that we got to talking about our hometowns, and they could relate because they were all from small towns too. And then we kind of just got on the track of more sentimental things and other things that are passed down besides people in small towns, and we all just started cracking up, honestly, going down memory lane of like opening our grandma's fridge or our parents' fridge and there being a Country Crock butter tub, which is just what we used as Tupperware back in the South in the days.
Yes.
So it had like dumplings or taco soup, some kind of leftovers in it, and the Folgers coffee can, the old tin cans. My dad kept old spare change in and nuts and bolts and screws, and we just kind of started going down that imagery of if you were to walk into one of your favorite childhood memories, like what are the things that are happening around you? And I don't know, it was so easy to write, one of the easiest songs we've ever written, and so special.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And for everyone who's watching, let us know if you have something similar, because
yes,
like everyone has that really specific thing, whether it's like a part of the US or a part of the world where, you know, you don't see it as being something that no one else does, but like what you're talking about, I definitely know something similar because like in my household, I think this was household specific. I don't think anyone else did this, but you know, the like 10-pound tub of Red Vine's licorice, like the big one with the like top on it. So we had that, an empty one in our laundry room. And for all the socks that like you can't find the other sock, we would just throw in there. And then every once in a while you'd be like, wait, there's two of the same sock in there because it's see-through. So it was kind of fun.
That is genius and a perfect recycled story. Yes. Please comment and share those kind of stories because it makes me feel a little less crazy. I definitely have crowds who are like, we have no idea what Country Crock is. Like, what are you talking about? What? And yeah, so it doesn't get everyone, but I think hopefully it was written well enough for you to be able to appreciate the memories even if you didn't have them yourself. But yeah, everybody's got their thing that just kind of feels like home to them. Wherever we froze that memory in time, that's what we go back to when we think of home.
Yes. Now, you know what's better than Tennessee?
What? I heard you're a jokester. Here I go.
11-a-sea.
Oh, pretty good.
Nope. Yep. This is
So-
why you take a sip.
I have a friend named Kenny Foster, who's an incredible artist and songwriter, but he is the known jokester in my friend group. So anytime someone has to stop to tune on stage when we're in a songwriter round or something, you just know it's coming. He just, and they're always dad jokes, and the crowd's just like, ah.
I kind of like causing that discomfort in people.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
it's amazing.
oh, I'm sorry. You feel awkward right now? It's fine. I don't care.
Because I feel like a star. I just told a smash of a joke.
I'll laugh at myself. I don't care.
I love it.
So your accent, it's reminding me, I don't know if you watch any of the Bachelor franchise shows, but there's this girl, Tia. She was on Colton's season, and she's from Arkansas, from Wiener, Arkansas.
Yeah, from Wiener, Arkansas.
Where is that, like, in relation to where you grew up?
Not close to me. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's maybe closer to Little Rock, or maybe she just lives in Little Rock now. But it's funny. The state of Arkansas is pretty, like, vastly different from north to south. I'm sure a lot of states are that way. I don't know. Tennessee's not really. Tennessee's kind of the same across the board, except East Tennessee gets really country. Anyway, so the north part of the state is pretty developed and booming, and that's where the Walmart headquarters are and things like that. So, and U of A, so we have our football team, Razorbacks, Woo Pig, and all that jazz. Woo Pig Suey. Yep, that's a thing, girl.
Oh, okay.
Come on down to Arkansas. We need this to crash course on Arkansas one weekend.
Yes, and TikTok, because I can't figure it out.
Neither can I. No one who thinks they have it figured out does. It's not a thing. You just have some hype one day and then not the next, and you just gotta do it for the fun of it. But yeah, and then South Arkansas, we're almost in my hometown. I'm almost in Louisiana and almost in Texas, so it's a very different climate altogether. And really small towns, not a whole lot of anything changing too drastically. Everybody likes the way it is, and nobody ever leaves and nobody ever moves there. And so very different parts of the state. So it's funny when people say they're from Arkansas. I'm like, but are you like from my Arkansas, or are you from the big city Arkansas up north? So it's funny.
Yeah, in California, it's like a big distinction if you're from Northern California versus Southern California, and people definitely like make that distinction. No one's just like, I'm from California. Usually it's, I'm from like the Bay Area, like where we are, or I'm from Northern California or Southern California. So it's funny.
California's a whole other beast that I really don't. I haven't got to spend a lot of time there. I just played a benefit golf tournament in Sacramento. Ooh. So I got to spend 2 days in Sacramento, but mostly on the golf course. So I'm kind of just, California's this big black box for me right now. I'm excited to keep playing shows and exploring it.
Yes. Yeah, you were just like an hour from us. So next time you come to California, come hit us up. We'll
heck yeah,
provide you with the heavy pour.
I'm going to hold you to it.
Now, before we do a last song, what did Tennessee?
I'm not sure, Sam. Can you tell me, please?
Yeah, you got it, Mae. What did Tennessee, you might ask? The same thing Arkansas.
Okay, I see you with the home state and the new state. Okay, that was really impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Also, I'm sealing it.
Yes, you can
do I need to give you credit every time? Because
No.
That's something I can remember. That's why I don't tell jokes, is because the delivery is so important. You have to be almost like a monologue. Mm-hmm. You have to really deliver it right. And I feel like I always mess up. Like, what did I forgot. What did he say? Who said it? Wait, what? And then they're like, I don't understand the question. So I'm like, deliver the punch, and they're like, what?
Like, can you repeat everything?
I don't get it. And I'm like, it's never mind. Sorry. I mean,
the most impressive is when people are able to just like off the top of their head do like a 2-minute joke that's like, you're like, where is this going? But they're going somewhere, and they deliver it just like to a T. That's crazy.
That is my friend Kenny. I'm telling you, like and it's so in depth, and you're like in this thing, and he just nails it. He's good at impressions, and I think that's my joke standard is him. So I'm like, until I can literally be a comedian, I should shut up.
Well, bring Kenny to Napa. He and I will have a joke war.
You and Kenny would really hit it off. It would be only jokes for an hour.
Love it. All right. Well, we're going to get into the last song here, everybody. Cool. So thank you for tuning in for Thursday's Jam Happy Hour. And let's do it. Thank you, Mae.
All right. Thank you so much, Sam. It's been so fun to talk to you. I do a lot of these live streams, especially coming out of COVID, and I got to say, you have been so much fun. So I hope we get to hang one day, face-to-face, COVID-free, soon. I released this song earlier this year in February, kind of an anti-Valentine's jam, calling men out on their crap for bringing you flowers when they've done something wrong. I have this alter ego housewife, apparently scorned housewife, apparently, I don't know, that lives in me somewhere as a songwriter. It's called Roses, and it's released everywhere. This is probably my favorite release so far. It kind of sounds like me melodically, and lyrically I'm super proud of the way it turned out. So I'd love it if you like what you hear. Go check it out. Share it with a friend. I just hit 1 million streams on Spotify. This was my first song to ever hit 1 million streams. So it's super special to me too. They all have their little thing. They're kind of all like your children. So that's what I'm trying to do for my EP now, is pick my ugliest kids to kill off. They can't make the project, so it's kind of hard. This is called Roses. Thank you so much again for having me. Got a counter full of long stems that never seem to die. My favorite's the pale pink, but I'll settle for white. Lucky me, I'm drowning in Valentine. At least once a week, you got a dozen in hand, doing what you think makes you a good man. And I'll flash that fake smile once again. There's one for sneaking in too late at night, one for when sorry wouldn't make it right. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we both know it, but we'll just call them roses. Roses, they'll be yellow when you're coming from the bar across town. That lipstick red we don't talk about. I'm waiting on a bouquet that comes without. One for every white lie that's left your lips. There's one for every broken promise I forgive. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we both know it, but we'll just call them roses. Roses. I don't know why you and I can't start over when the flowers die. All I need is for you to see they don't mean nothing to me. When there's one for that ring burning on your hand, and one for every wilted second chance. A ribbon tied around your mistakes in a pretty vase, and we don't show it, so we just call them roses. Roses, yeah, we'll just call them roses. Hey, yeah.
Woo!
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mae Estes, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And we'll see you on tomorrow's Jam Happy Hour at the same time. So West Coasters starts at 4 p.m. and it's going to be our Sweet Relief Musicians Fun Benefit Show, which is going to be really awesome. But in the meantime, make sure that you venture on over to the links that we've been posting. Check out all of Mae's music and keep your eyes peeled. Be a maniac through her site. Subscribe to the newsletter. Check her out on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube. And without further ado, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Thank you, Mae.
Thank you, Sam.
Cheers.
Cheers.